we have the first pre-sales for Magnificent Monsters. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more Oz content. Now, some of the stuff is already sold out, but discount code M40 will save you on your purchase for when they do restocks and things like that. So how are the first pre-sales going? Well, Dark Magical Curtains have sold out at $44 a piece, and somebody's going to screech at the top of their lungs and going to go, oh, really? For low rarity? Yeah, you got to remember this is still pulling from a large supply of packs, trying to pull these gosh darn things. And Curtain's a pretty wanted card, all things considered. So, I mean, I do kind of expect this to maintain a decently high price point, all things considered, you know, for what we got available to us. The Dark Magician, the Feral Servant, coming in at $33 is not expected either. It's a Dark Magician card, man. End of the world ruler. So you guys wanted more Mitsurugi rituals to play in your Mitsurugi deck. Well, you now have access to them. And honestly, this one's going to be interesting. Rainbow Bridge Bifrost. Hey, it's a free searcher. WP Fancy Ball. Yeah, I mean, this one's doing kind of what I expected it to do. Considering the fact this is supposed to be a staple in a lot of extra decks. I know a lot of people are going to be looking at this as a utility option to kind of, you know, exist. The Karibo sold out at $18 a piece. Not surprising at all on that. We also get to see, hello, WP Fancy Ball. Oh, okay, this was the secret Fancy Ball. Ultra Fancy Balls moved out at 15s. Your favorite hero also dumped out at 15. Infernal Strike Fighter Secret Rares are 12s, which is not doing too bad, all things considered. The Cyverse Contract Witch, $12. Considering the fact this is another one of the better cards within the set, I expect good things from this. Chibi Dia Bellstar for $11 is not bad. Same thing with the Engage for $11. Considering, you know, this is from the pool, it's a little bit easier to get. Hulk coming in at $11. SP Ultras are 11s. Synchro Emergencies were 11s. This one's going to be very interesting to see how this one plays out. Saboteur Karibo coming in at 11. The favorite hero coming in also decently well. Galtei, $8. Hello Zeus coming in at 8. Dark Ruler coming in at 8 as well. I'm kind of curious to see how that's going to go. Nightmares Restrict at 8. A lot of these are just $8 to $6 copies of things. Waboku at $6. I know somebody's going to be upset about this, but I mean, like, the reality of this is just, it's an exceedingly good card, man. I expect great things off of this. K9 Azuna coming in at $6 as well. That's not too bad. Iron Chains got bought out of 5s. Star Junks came in at 6s. Man, they really cleaned out a lot of this stuff. Moving on along here, $5 Toon Cyber Dragons is interesting. Witchcrafter Madame Verres, 5s and Vices at 5s is not awful. Dia Bellstar coming in at 6 for the Chibi. All the Horoscope stuff coming in pretty cheap as well. Utopia, also pretty cheap. 6 cents coming in at $3. Varudris at 3, which is not bad if you're planning on picking up stuff anyway from this set. All things considered. Underworld Circle, still relatively cheap. Malefic stuff, kind of cheap as well. So my case in point looking at this set with what we've got here. The Ultra Rares, it's interesting to see where these cards are going to go. I know, like I said, with the expensive stuff here, I know people aren't very happy with the price points on this stuff, and I get it. I do. But the point is, you still have to see how much of this product is going to be opened up into the wayside to try to pull these cards. We're not going to have, like, real good data on this set to know what are going to be short prints, what are not going to be short prints. You also have to remember, because this is a side set, Konami reserves the right to do whatever they want to short prints. We have seen this tale time and time again, and it usually ends up not being a good one. Obviously, I mean, we'll wait and see, but the reality is, Curtains are sold out at 44s. Dark Magicians are sold out at 33s. Fancy Balls are doing exactly what you kind of would expect them to do. So we'll see where this goes. This one is pretty unexpected, honestly. I don't know what happened with this one, but I had to truly do like a double, triple take on this today, because there's no reason that Speedroid Domino Butterfly should be anywhere near a top-end price point here of some absurdity. Now, what's available down here? You can get an Italian version for $3.30. A German very light play for $10, but it looks like English near mint is like $33 a piece. Now, wait, Well, you cannot pendulum summon except wind monsters. This effect cannot be negated. You discard one wind monster, target a banished wind monster, add it to your hand. And then can't be used as synchro material except for the synchro summon of a wind dragon or a machine synchro monster. And if this card is special summoned from the extra deck, it is used as material for synchro summon, banish it. I mean, is it just because this is a high scale that's interactable within the deck? Like, surely that has to be the only real reason why we're actually giving this thing any real conversation here. I've not seen a lot of Speedroid decks. I'm not going to say that I'm the most cognitive expert on the subject here, but like, this is pretty interesting just as a topic of conversation, seeing something like Speedroid Domino Butterfly, you know, trying to be worth something. I don't know what year it is, but okay, sure. The legendary modern decks. So I want to preface this and say we've been really honing in on this set lately because a lot of this high-end stuff has just been disappearing. And I said in a couple of other videos, people have been asking, you know, what are pull ratios, Robbie? Why didn't you make a video on them? I only have a couple of very small sample sizes of cases to go through. And a couple of those cases, you know, the set before this was, you know, basically 2 per case. And a case is like, what? It was 12 of the individual things as a whole. So, you know, kind of looking at this and only seeing what, like, 12 of the boxes. Yeah. Anyway, so, you know, and I'm hearing cases of those were like less than 1 on Starlights. So they drastically feel like they have reduced the Starlights going into this. It's also why, if you've been looking at quantities and things on these, you've got 103 of the, or 103 of 9 listings. Your Odd Eyes Override is an $86 card. Beyond the Pendulums are completely wiped out. This was something we were already noticing last week when we were checking in on this, that we were already starting to see abnormally small amounts of these actually on the market. You actually saw the last one get cleaned out yesterday at $100. I don't know, to the people that weren't really expecting Pendulum stuff to go up, this was the highest rarity. I'm actually surprised that people were not surprised to see this going up. Lunalight, Liger Dancer is in the same boat here. This thing has been starting to creep up. These are 130 on up to 150. These 3 listings are it. All right. You've also seen, oh, look, Perfume Dancers, 77s. Oh, look, Scarlet coming in at 69, giggity. Daruma Knockers are 100. You know, we're seeing Black Sheep's back here at 75 on up to 80. Monkey Board, funny, still $50+ High Speed Quirk Shooter, still same thing at $50+ man. You know, Masquerades are also disappearing off the market. These are $54 a piece, people. Like, that's more than they should be. We're also seeing, you know, Sky Iris is here, 44s. Talcum Tumborgs. These are the last 2 listings on Talcum Tumborg. I never thought I would see a time or an era where Talcum Tumborgs would just be, you know, created off of the market, but you know, I digress. Here we are. Stardust Charge Warriors are 38s. Terror Tops are 43s. Yellow Martins are, well, about to be very expensive. And then, of course, you know, the decks themselves have gone back down to 44s. FUAs are still basically $7 a FUA per copy of this. Scarlet Tigers are 5s. Masquerades are 5s on Secrets. Liger Dancers are 4s. I fail to see how you can't make your money back on the sealed product of this. Because just like, still looking at this, as long as you're getting a good encompassing amount of secret rares plus the Mulch Armies, you make your money back in base. And honestly, I think the main reason why the high rarity is holding up so well on this is just strictly because, you know, the set is what it is. I also do want to say, you might want to pick up a secret rare of these if you're planning on playing Toon FTK, because it's very expected that we will see the Toon FTK pop up here. I'm not especially happy about it, but you know, I think it's going to be the reality of things coming forward here. You know, get to look at a little bit of fun in the future with that. So, kind of do with that info what you will. We also are seeing Swap Frogs. Would you believe it if I told you Swap Frogs have actually had probably the biggest population drop that I've seen in years? You can actually get Ultimate Swap Frogs now for actually like $138 per frog, on up to like $150, which actually is wonderful. I think this has been the cheapest I have seen this card. But once again, I mean, you're competing with the QCR, right? Like, this is one of those things. It's just like, oh, hey, you know, if there's enough of these populating around in the market, it makes sense as to what you would kind of expect for these going forward. But what do you guys think about everything? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. I'll see your beautiful faces back here in day, guys. patrons. Thank you. Ah!
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.